Hi kids, Reverend James here, coming to you live, sort of, from Avonlea United Church. I thought I'd do children's time here because I thought it might be fun to see a familiar place and to join you from the church. And just to let you know that we're all missing you at church, and we know this is a tough time with everything going on at school and in the world with COVID and social distancing and having to wear masks. It's a lot to deal with. And I just wanted to let you know we all miss you at church, and we're praying for you and hope you're praying for us too. So today our reading from the Bible is the 10 Commandments. Maybe you've heard them before or referenced the 10 Commandments, but there are 10 sort of rules that Moses brought down from the mountain after he was talking with God when the Israelites were in the desert. I tend to think of it sometimes this way. You know, if you're an athlete, like a hockey player, you have to discipline yourself in life. You have to be disciplined, controlled about your training schedule. So you gotta maybe get up early in the morning and train, you gotta train in the gym, you gotta train in the afternoon, you gotta stretch and do all those things. When I was a kid, I was a swimmer, and we used to have swim practices at 5:30 in the morning. And on a January morning when it's minus 30 out, the last thing I wanted to do was get out of bed and go swimming. But through discipline, I had to force myself, no, I gotta go do this, I gotta go train. That's kind of what discipline is about. Also, a diet. An athlete's gotta watch what they eat. They gotta eat good food, good wholesome food that'll give you energy and make you strong. You can't eat just chips and junk food. You gotta eat good food. So you have to be disciplined about what you eat. You also have to be disciplined about taking care of yourself, making sure you get enough sleep and making sure you're healthy, not just for you, but for your teammates. Because you're part of a team, you want to contribute, and you want to do your best. That's kind of how I see the 10 Commandments in a way. It's about discipline. Sometimes rules seem like they suck, like, oh, I don't want to do this. But it's meant to help us be better. It's meant to help us be disciplined so that we can be part of this team of making the world a better place. So the 10 Commandments are 10 rules that traditionally Moses brought down on clay tablets like this. So you see the numbers 1 through 10. So just to give you a little bit of a background, the people of Israel had been slaves in Egypt for many generations. They were used to being told what to do. When you're a slave, everyone tells you what to do about everything. You don't have any control over your life. But once they're free, now that they're free, they're in the desert, they're on their way to the promised land, they have to make choices. They have to decide how they're going to live their lives. And there's lots of arguments and disagreements and hurts because sort of in some ways people didn't really know how to live without having a slave master telling them what to do. And so they looked to Moses to help them solve their problems. How are we going to live together as a community in peace? So Moses prayed with God, and God gave them these 10 Commandments. Now it's interesting, you see on the tablet here that the first 4 are about loving God and the last 6 are about loving your neighbor. And it's interesting because when somebody asked Jesus, what's the most important commandment? Jesus said, love God and love one another. So in some ways, if we can't remember all the 10 commandments all the time, if you remember, I need to love God and I need to love my neighbors, that kind of sums it up. So what are the 10 commandments? Number 1 is, I, Yahweh, your God, am your God. You shall have no other gods besides me. And when I think of that in today's terms, I think of what we tend to worship in the world instead of God. Sometimes we worship success or wealth or power, or we put that at the center and core of everything we do. Whereas God wants us to put God and love at the center of everything we do. And that's going to make our lives better and everyone else's life better too. The second is, don't make pictures or statues or anything else, and don't bow down to them or pray to them. Another word for that is idols. So the problem with that is God is everywhere and God is everything. Everything is part of God and God is part of everything. So if we just were to focus on a statue or an image, it kind of takes away from the fact that God is present everywhere. And so that's why God wants us to remember that. Number 3, you shall not misuse the name of God. It is not to be taken lightly. Number 5, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Now for Jewish people, the Sabbath day, the seventh day, was Saturday. We have tended in the Christian tradition to think of the Sabbath as Sunday. But I think the important thing about Sabbath is, Sabbath just means rest, reflection, taking time out of being busy all the time. And I think if we keep that commandment, it's about maybe today taking time to meditate, take time to read, turn off our devices, our phones, our iPads, video games, TV, turn all that off and talk with someone, play a game, pray. Doing these things kind of centers us, focuses us, takes us away from the rat race of our lives that it can sometimes be. So the last 6 are about each other. So 5, honor your father and your mother. Honor and respect them. Number 6, always respect the life of others. Another way to put that is, treat others as you would want to be treated. You want to have life and be happy, so you treat others in a way that respects them and helps them be happy. Number 7, always respect marriage and be loyal to your partner. Number 8, don't steal. Seems pretty straightforward. You wouldn't want someone to steal from you, so you shouldn't steal from other people, or places or businesses, or stores. Number 9, don't tell lies. Again, you wouldn't want someone to lie to you, so we don't lie to each other. And the last one, 10, do not be jealous of other people and what they have. Another way to frame that is, always be thankful for what you do have, and don't let not having something that you see someone else has get you down. We all know that treating one another in a loving way all day, every day, all the time, isn't always easy. So a way to summarize all these commandments is the word respect. It can be helpful to think of them this way because most of us understand that it's important to respect each other, that we're not all the same, we're not all, in the same boat, the same position in life. But as long as we respect each other, then we can allow each other to flourish and have life. Hey kids, if you want a fun activity to do at home, you can make your own clay tablets with the 10 Commandments on. If you go to our website, meridianpastoralcharge.ca, and look under Children's Resources, there's a link to a file there. And if you print off page 6 of that file, it's got the 10 Commandments, the tablets, and all the commandments there. And what I've done is I've glued them to a piece of cardboard, the tablets, as well as all the commandments. And they're a little bit too wide to fit. So unlike me, if you want to leave a little extra space with the cardboard on either side of the commandments, and then you can glue them on. Or you could be creative and try gluing them on sideways, make them fit. Or you could just draw your own clay tablets and then glue the commandments on the ones that you made yourself. Either which way, have fun be creative, and take care. Bye. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining me for Children's Time. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.